Assalamualaikum. Today we will talk about the subnetting, as we discussed already in the lecture. In subnetting, we further divide the number of the bits in one single octet into the host bit and the network bits, and by doing so, we only consider number of hosts that are required, and we also avoid the wastage of IP addresses. So we will have this example that discussed in our lecture. We are given a problem with different requirement for different hosts or subnetworks. These are the number of hosts required by the subnet 1, subnet 2, subnet 3 and subnet 4. It's the same example that we discussed in the lecture. So the network address that we are given is 192.168.20.0. Instead of using the class C IP address where the fourth octet, the 8 bits belong to the host portion, we will divide these 8 bits and we will use some of the bits for the network portion, some of the bits for the host portion. When we are planning a network, it is planned according to the number of the host. The largest network is planned first and then we move on to the smallest one. Okay, the first one was the network with the 60 number of hosts. The 60 hosts could be provided when we have 6 bits for host portion. 2 power 6 equals to 64. So the 6 bits of the last 8 bit, 6 bit will belong to the host portion and 2 bits are added to the network. So when we add 2 bits to the network, here we will see first 2 bits are 1 and next bits are 0. So it will be 128 plus 64, 70, 80, 88, 90 and 92. So the last octet value for this subnet network address will be 192. The starting IP address will be from 0, 1 to it is a block size of 64. So first address is the subnet address, last address is the broadcast address, and the middle 62 addresses are used as the IP addresses. So this is the block size, this is the block size, this is the network subnet address, and this is the subnet mask. Similarly for the next one, for 30 hosts required, we require number of bits for the host required is 2 power 5. 2 power 5 is equal to 32. So we will have the 5 bits for the host portion and we can add 3 bits to the network portion. So if we add subnet mask, we add by subnet mask we use all ones for the network bits and all zeros for the host bits. So we are using 3 bits for network address, so 111, and the next 5 bits are for host. So subnet mask will be 255.255.255 dot 128 plus 64 plus 32. It is 224. Alright, now we have planned the network. Now we will draw the network in packet tracer. Okay, we will start with the two routers, 2 switches, and then 2 PCs per network. And we will this is serial interface. Now we will add the switch with the PCs by Ethernet, fast Ethernet interface. Alright, so this is the network. Here you can see there are 4 networks, but I will first make these two, and I will leave these two for you to practice with. Alright, so first subnet will be this one. So this is the first subnet. First I will configure the PCs. IP will be, this is the subnet, this is the first address. So first address is used as gateway address. PCs control. This is the, sorry, that's the gateway address. Second one will be the IP address. And here, since we are using the subnetting, we will not use this subnet address for the class C. Here we have the subnet address is 192. So the last bit will be 192. 192. Right. The same will be here. Desktop IP control V. IP address will be 3. Gateway address will be the same, and this will be 192. And we will also configure the router interface for this network. The router has FA0 by 0 to this network. So router config FA0 by 0, IP address, control the gateway address, and subnet mask. Subnet mask is 192. So this is configured. The status is not up. You can write here no shut. So it is up now. Alright, now the second one. The second is with subnet mask 224 and the starting IP address is 192.1. So this will be the gateway address of this network. Copy. On this side we will have gateway address list. IP address will be 66 and subnet mask was, I think, 224. Yes, 224. Alright, the same you will copy to the next PC. Desktop IP 65 is the gateway address, 66 was the IP address for the previous host, and this one will be 67 gateway. Subnet mask was 224 and it's configured. Alright, now we will configure the Ethernet interface for this one. Router config fast Ethernet 0 by 0, yes. Control B, gateway address, and subnet mask. Subnet mask was 224 and turn it on. So this is also configured. For this interface serial 2 by 0, it is the same as we done previously. I will use this config mode instead of CLI mode. So you should know how to configure from this and this. Okay, from config, its interface is serial 2 by 0. I will open serial 2 by 0. Change it to this. IP configuration, I will use 10.0.0.1. Subnet mask is the same. And on the other side, again it's serial 2 by 0. So I will use serial 2 by 0. 10.0.0.2. Subnet mask will be the same, and I will turn it on. So I configured the network so correctly. This is still red. Why? Because I haven't turned on from this side. It's on, so it's all configured. So subnetting is done. Now you can check the routing table here. Exit, show IP route. So you can see the subnet information here. It's /26 network. Now still the packets will not be delivered. Why? Because we haven't done any routing. So I will use static routing. Config T. In static routing, we add the IP addresses, the network addresses of all the networks except those that are directly connected. So for this router, this network is directly connected, this network is directly connected, so I will add the root of this one only. So it is IP route destination network address. This second network is destination network address is this network address, copy, config T, IP route, paste, then it's subnet mask 255.255.255.224 and next hop address 10.0.0.1. Then hop address will be, no sorry, this one, it will be 10.0.0.2. Network has been added, and on this side I will add the network route for this network. It's IP route subnet network addresses 192.168.20.0, copy, control P 20.0 and 255.255.255.192. Next hop address is 10.0.0. Configuring this network for this net address is 1.1. Exit. Exit. Okay, now let's just see if it's no, it's not forwarding the packets. Let's see what's the problem here. 10 10 10.0. It's correct. Serial 2 by 0. Correct. Static route added. Okay, that's the problem here. I added the route for 20 and my network is 10. Okay, I make a mistake here. I used this one here 2020 and in my configuration I used 10, if you can see here. Alright, so I will add the route here for 192.168.10.0. Subnet mask is 10.64. 10.64. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.224 and next hop address is 10.0.0.2. ठीक है, it's the same. Next hop address is the same, subnet mask is the same. The only difference is I used 20 here, but in my configuration I used 10. So I will add this network, I will add 10 network and will remove 20 network. The same problem will be here. See, static route, I added the route for 20 networks, so I will also change it to the 10. 192.168.10.0. Subnet mask is 26, so it will be 255.255.255.192 and next hop address is 10.0.0.1. It should work now. So I added 10 network and I will remove the 20 network. Now simulation mode. See, it's successful. So again, you can do the same procedure for the third network and the fourth network. You just have to change the subnet mask, gateway address, and when you are adding the route, you will use this network as this IP address as that subnet network address. That's all. It's your it's up to you now to add two more networks for network 3 with the 14 host and network 4 with the 6 host. That's how you configure the subnetting in packet tracer. Thank you.